as further up the order, we've got, just to fill you in the gap between the main group that we've been watching, Matsushita is in 9th. We haven't seen a frame of Malia, and here's a move from Giovinazzi. Oh, contact! And a huge accident as Giovinazzi loses the wheel and is into the wall heavily at turn number 10. That will be an immediate safety car, and that was robust defense over the line and contact between the Campos and the Prima in a big way at huge speed down the back straight. They're approaching 190 miles an hour there, and you can see that coming a long way off as the safety car is deployed. And terrific to be able to see Antonio Giovinazzi climb safely from the car after a huge hit.
Wow. I think I know where I'm hedging my money on who was responsible for that. You've got to leave a car's width. That's the rule. You have to leave a car's width. And Gelael was edging over, I think. We'll have a look on the replay, but from first impressions, over and beyond. Oh, and Giovinazzi,
you can see he's sore after that. He's that impact.
Sore. But just edging him, reminiscent of the big sort of Ton Dillman kind of Massas Berton accident down at that very corner a couple of seasons ago. I think unnecessary. We've seen those Camposes dropping for the last couple of laps. We know they didn't have the pace, and you see the experience of Mitch Evans, you know, when the guys were coming through just thinking, look, I can't keep them behind me. I've got to do the sensible adult thing here and let them go. Gelael, I think, just pushing it a bit too far.
You see the wheel off that thankfully did not vault the barrier. The medical team on site checking in with the man who will at the very least be winded after that huge impact. He, of course, was expecting the gap to appear. He's expecting a car's width to be left for him. When that did not appear, absolute disaster down into turn 10. And, of course, it's a gravel trap here. It's not tarmac runoff. So we should be thankful that he didn't roll, which is so easy to do with this. But the medical team there.
Well, and as he lands as well, he lands right on the gearbox, and you've got about an inch between the base of your seat and the base of the car, and when you land on the gearbox like that, it jolts you, it hits you in the base of your spine, right on your coccyx. He's going to be in a lot of pain.
And we saw Peak was caught up on that in the accident. Debris all over the road, as you would expect. The safety car has caught the field halfway through, so slightly odd formation of the cars at the moment. Sniffer points, of course, for Sirotkin now, who's in 11th place and has been very strong indeed.
Although with the, you know,
severity.
Well, I was going to say with the state of Giovinazzi's car, and also with the fact that obviously the driver is sitting down, looking pretty hurt by the side of it, with only a few laps to go. I don't know if we're going to get racing.
You can get lulled into a false sense of security with all the adrenaline that's still running through the driver's body. Absolutely. They always tend to get straight out of the car and make. So that will be relief for the Prima team. So here we go. This is down the back straight heading to turn 10. Use the DRS. Campos have been struggling, and there's the squeeze. And Giovinazzi simply not expecting it. That's how Peak was taken out. You see it in the foreground, and that is a really easy bit of air before he hit the wall.
And I think the stewards are going to have a word with him here, because he goes to defend, makes the one move, then makes a second move, and it's on that second move that he gives him no space. There's only probably half a car's width there, and Giovinazzi's got nowhere to go. He's already got the run on him, he's already got the pace on him, and at that point, he's going straight into his rear wheel. Nothing he can do about it at that point.
Would not have believed just to see. He wouldn't have known it. He wouldn't have been looking at his wing mirrors at that stage. And Arta Peak, the tarmac, and there's the air that the gravel trap can provide. And then hands off the steering wheel as he makes impact with the tyre barrier. Glad to say he is seemingly all right. He, of course, will be. Oh, look at that. Really displaying the speed differential between the two cars. Not what we like to see, but thankfully he is on first appearance out of the car, all right. He'll be assessed at the medical centre. Seeing it once more, so there's a width.
Twice.
And then there is not a width.
It's the fact that it's not one distinct defensive move.
You can't move that late.
He makes the first, and then he makes the second, and it's that second move, as you say, that cuts that gap to less than a car width. And Giovinazzi's coming hot and fast. DRS coming hot and fast down the outside.
Yeah, the overspeed absolutely huge.
Where's he supposed to go? But so, I tell you what, marshals down there, hats off to one of the boys. On one of the replays we saw, literally Giovinazzi had been in the barrier for about a tenth of a second, and he was already running to him. Great effort from the guys.
A lot of racing here. The marshals very well drilled.